Ladies and gentlemen, we're back at the Prosperity Channel. Well, it is very sad to hear again. We have all bad news today because of what's happening in the Philippines. The non-stop rallies are because of the lack of controls of the DPWH and the Commission on Audit to do their job, to audit whether there is stealing or not. And I told this a million times already, audit should be done on a monthly basis, not on a yearly basis, not on a semestral per quarter. No, it's done monthly. Anyway, the bottom line is this. It's very clear that Romualdez is out as Speaker of the House, and Soto is now the new Senate President. Well, we have an unknown, Speaker of the House, who obviously is not respected internationally. Soto rings a bell, but it's very clear that the investors are pulling out. Multinationals, transnationals, you name it, they have stopped investing in the Philippines. And according to my very reliable sources, the Philippines will be degraded in the likes of Nepal and Iran. Very sad news. But ladies and gentlemen, if the President Bongbong Marcos will listen to me, I think I am 100% sure that confidence will be back if he hires me as the next central bank governor of the Philippines. My number one point to be implemented would be to make sure that the Philippines will be having a peso that will be revaluated. And basically, how it works is we have to look at the historical data on why there is tremendous pressure to devaluate the peso consistently for the last 6 decades. 6 decades. All because of inept, corrupt, world-class corrupt central bank officials, excluding some. But essentially, that is the problem. Next would be to create investor-friendly policies that are guaranteed by the central bank only if they follow the new policies I am going to set forth. And third, the most important, is to develop an investors' foreign package separate from the sovereign fund. Why? Because the sovereign fund is tainted. It's tainted. Frederick D. does not have the business nor international connections to help the president to develop these plans immediately and the following week implement it all over the world. And I have more to say, but let's start with that. If that doesn't happen, then it's all over. The Philippines will be on a deep recessionary curve, and the peso will slide to 60 by the end of the month. And by the end of the year, it will be hovering from 60 to 63. And if nothing will happen, if the president will not agree on these new tough economic measures, then the pull out of funds called as capital flight will continue incessantly. Thereby, the peso will be down the drain. by first quarter of next year to about 65 to 70. I don't want to further exacerbate the situation because I know so many of my business friends have already lost a lot of money because of the poor central bank policies. And knowing Manila very well, this will be very slow. And therefore, count on it, the peso will slide to 65 by the end of the year. And the multinationals, I know their mindset very well. Transnational will not only stop investing in the Philippines, but they are looking, sadly, to a pullout. I'm talking about the likes of even Procter & Gamble, Colgate-Palmolive, Nestle, and the list goes on. Because they do not obviously want to lose money in a third world country. At least break even, but to lose money, we're talking billions of pesos, if not billions of dollars. They would rather funnel it to countries that are investor-friendly, business-friendly, and more importantly, they have a long-term curve of increasing net income on a consistent basis. Ladies and gentlemen, believe me, if I am not central bank governor in the Philippines this month, it is all over. It's done with. The Philippines will have one of the deepest recessionary curves. Guaranteed in writing. Sad to say, but those are the facts. It's very clear. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to tell you right now that if Tito Soto will continue as Senate President, the more the decline of investor confidence will occur. I therefore nominate Mig Zubiro back as Senate President. And with regards to the speakership, quite frankly, it is very clear they want somebody that is credible. And I think what is credible at this point is that gentleman congressman from the South, I think Southern Luzon, Barzaga, might be the good Speaker of the House. Because what's happening right now in the Philippines is there is zero credibility. Zero credibility. It's up to you now, President BBM. Thank you, good night. And I will see you shortly on the next video. This is Gavin Bautista, your host at the Prosperity Channel.